This is Inktober, day 16. Today I'm going to be taking some inspiration from a Lovecraft comic I once read about a guy who gets abducted by insect men in the middle of the night and eventually transformed into an insect himself. It's pretty good. So here I am, I'm going to be drawing an insect man. Maybe the first spooky thing that I've actually done all October. While I was drawing this, I was thinking about the possible lore that this guy might have. I figure that this dude is like a messenger for some hideous Lovecraftian demigod in another dimension, and he crosses over into Earth to, eat people or whatever. As far as this fellow's structure and anatomy goes, I was taking inspiration from two places. One is the insect kingdom, of course, and that has to do with how his legs are splayed in flight. Aggressive bugs, evil bugs, like mosquitoes, when they fly, their legs are sticking out in all directions because they got to maximize their ability to grab and land onto you and suck your blood and stuff. More docile insects, they just kind of let their legs dangle behind them. They're a little bit more chill. I want to borrow that really aggressive behavior and apply it to this guy. Another bit of inspiration is from one of Lovecraft's stories at the Mountains of Madness, where the monsters are radially symmetrical, which is a pretty cool idea. It's pretty otherworldly. I didn't apply it completely faithfully here, but I was thinking that with 6 limbs, 6 claws would be a good idea, for each limb to also branch out. I only did 5, but he does have 6 wings, 6 antennae, and that was close enough to the aesthetic for me. To really drive home the horror aspect, I included just enough of the humanoid characteristics. The head is a skull, he's got a rib cage, and the forearms mimic the human radius and ulna bone configuration. It's close enough to home to really be creepy and unnerving. Right about now, he's probably saying something like, "Yeah, I'm a bug." I wanted those fingers to really be omnidirectional. I liked the appearance of a hand that had no up or down orientation and could grab from any direction or claw from any direction. So I tried to make them look like they were sprouting out from the center of the palm. The third pair of limbs there, they're not full size. They're not the attack and grab ones. They're sort of these little vestigial, tiny little graboids. And that's a design element that I picked up from Half-Life, a video game series, which has excellent creature design, and all the aliens from a certain planet have these tiny, feeble, useless arms sticking out of their chest. Just one, but I've got 2 here in order to keep my limb count at 6. I've touched upon the topic in earlier videos, but the silhouette of your character is a very, very important thing to maintain in order for there to be clarity, and make it obvious what your character's doing. The strength of the silhouette goes hand in hand with the strength of your drawing. This guy's a little tricky because his silhouette is all over the place, especially with those wings, antenna, hairs, and whatnot coming out from the center. It's going to be tough to see at a glance what's really going on with this picture. The trickiest bit is maintaining the silhouette of the arms with the wings right behind him. So I made the decision to not shade the wings with the brush pen because it would have been too dark, and if it was too dark, I would have lost the silhouette definition of the arms at the top there. So I'm doing the wings with an 01 pen. It's a little bit lighter, and even if I fill that area, it will show up gray behind the black. So that's better than having black on black. This guy is turning out to be kind of a creepy fairy dude, especially with those wings. All it really needs is depending on the context, this guy could well be in a dark, gritty, hard-boiled, high fantasy setting. Yeah, like Del Toro would probably make fairies like this guy. Well, this fellow's nearly finished. I had a ton of fun drawing him. Perhaps as we get closer to Halloween here, I'll ramp up drawing the spooky characters. So stay tuned for those later on. Thanks for watching, guys. And remember, don't let the bed bugs bite.